How the AH-1 Cobra changed warfare forever, Vietnam's deadliest helicopter. The AH-1 Cobra was a game changer, a sleek and deadly machine that became the first helicopter designed specifically for combat. Its role in the Vietnam War is legendary, where it delivered unparalleled air support and carved a reputation as a fearsome weapon of war. In this article, we'll explore the origins of attack helicopters, examine the Cobra's design and weaponry, and relive two gripping mission stories where things went horribly wrong. Let's dive into the story of the Cobra and its pivotal role in modern military history. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth stories about the machines and people that shaped history. The birth of attack helicopters. The idea of an attack helicopter was born out of necessity during World War II and the Korean War. Military commanders recognized the need for precise and immediate air support, fixed-wing aircraft, while powerful struggled in search terrains and lacked the ability to deliver close support with the accuracy required in rapidly changing battlefield conditions. For example, in the dense forests and mountainous regions of Korea, fixed WI aircraft could not loiter over the battlefield for long periods or respond quickly enough to dynamic combat situations. They also had difficulty pinpointing targets without risking friendly fire. These limitations highlighted the need for a new type of aircraft that could provide close air support and operate effectively in rugged environments. Helicopters, with their ability to hover and maneuver in tight spaces, emerged as a promising solution. They could provide ground forces with direct support even in mountainous regions or dense jungles. However, these early helicopters were mostly used for transport and medical evacuation, as they lacked the firepower and armor to function in combat zones. Effectively, the concept of a dedicated attack helicopter began to take shape as military strategists envisioned a helicopter specifically designed for offensive operations. The Vietnam War and the role of helicopters. The Vietnam War brought the tactical use of helicopters to the forefront. The iconic AH-1 Hue became a symbol of the conflict, performing various roles such as troop transport, extraction, resupply, and medevac. Its ability to land in small clearings, hover over dense jungle, and quickly move troops or supplies made it indispensable. However, as unarmed Hues ventured deep into enemy territory, they were highly vulnerable to enemy fire, especially during landings in contested zones. To mitigate these risks, some Hues were armed with machine guns and rocket pods. These early gunship versions offered basic air support, but had significant drawbacks. The added weight limited their speed and maneuverability, making them easy targets. Additionally, their armament lacked the firepower needed to suppress well-entrenched enemy positions. The military needed something better: a helicopter built exclusively for combat that could escort transport helicopters and provide precise, sustained firepower in hostile environments. This need gave rise to the development of the first true attack helicopter, setting the stage for the introduction of the AH-1 Cobra. The creation of the AH-1 Cobra. Remember, the answer came in the form of the AH-1 Cobra, developed by Bell Helicopter. The Cobra was engineered using the Huey's proven engine and rotor system, but designed for one purpose: combat. Its narrow fuselage, less than 9 feet wide, presented a smaller target for enemy fire and drastically reduced drag, making it faster and more agile than its predecessor. The Cobra's compact design made it highly maneuverable. Ideal for low-altitude combat, it could reach speeds of up to 170 miles per hour, enabling rapid response to calls for support. This speed was critical in Vietnam, where ground units often required immediate assistance to fend off enemy assaults. The helicopter featured a tandem cockpit with the pilot seated behind and above the gunner. This arrangement gave the gunner an unobstructed view for targeting, while both crew members had flight controls, allowing for quick role switching if one became incapacitated. Introduced in 1967 at the height of the Vietnam War, the Cobra was immediately put to the test. It proved its worth as a fast, agile, and heavily armed platform capable of providing close air support to ground troops and escorting vulnerable transport helicopters through hostile territory. Its success would not only cement its place in military history, but also pave the way for future generations of attack helicopters. The Cobra's weaponry and advanced capabilities. The Cobra's firepower was one of its most defining features. Its chin turret could be equipped with a 20mm 3-barrel rotary cannon, a 7.62mm minigun, or a dual 40mm grenade launcher. These systems provided a wide range of angles for engaging targets, making it highly effective in various combat scenarios. The ability to switch between these weapons. The Cobra could carry 2.75 in Hydra, 70 rockets in underwing pods, with up to 38 rockets loaded for a mission. These rockets could be equipped with different warheads, such as fragmentation smoke or illumination, depending on the operational requirements. This adaptability allowed the Cobra to provide everything from heavy fire support to marking enemy positions for other aircraft. Later models were equipped with AGGM-22 missiles for engaging armored vehicles and fortified positions in comparison to Vietnam, where sustained firepower often made the difference between victory and defeat. The Cobra's versatility made it invaluable. It could prepare landing zones ahead during extraction. This adaptability cemented its role as the premier attack helicopter of the Vietnam War, a role it would continue to refine in future conflicts, danger, and strategy in the Vietnam War. Operating in Vietnam was not without immense risk. The Cobra often faced intense enemy fire from anti-aircraft guns. Heavy machine guns and even small arms flying low and fast helped reduce its visibility to radar, but exposed it to ground-based threats. Every mission carried the risk of being shot down by a well-placed enemy round or mechanical failure in the harsh jungle environment. One of the most effective and dangerous tactics employed was the hunter-killer team. This strategy involved pairing a Cobra with an O-6 Loach scout helicopter. The Loach would fly low and slow, drawing enemy fire to reveal hidden positions. Once the enemy's location was marked with smoke grenades, the Cobra would swoop in, unleashing its devastating firepower. While effective, this tactic placed the scout helicopter crews in extreme danger, often leading to multiple shoot-downs during a single mission hunter-killer. Teams exemplified the high-stakes nature of helicopter warfare in Vietnam. They relied on precision coordination and split-second decision-making. The risks were enormous, but the results often justified the danger, as these teams could locate and neutralize enemy forces that posed a significant threat to ground troops. Horror stories from missions gone wrong. Lieutenant Taylor's Night, Mission 1968 on June 18, 1968. Lieutenant Taylor and his fire team of 2 Cobras were called for an urgent nighttime rescue mission. A 4-man reconnaissance patrol deep in enemy territory was surrounded and under heavy fire when Taylor's team arrived. The patrol situation was dire. Taylor ordered artillery illumination and began low-altitude attack runs under heavy fire for 45 minutes. The Cobras fired rockets and machine guns, preventing the patrol from being overrun. Running low on fuel and ammunition, Taylor devised a daring plan. He instructed the patrol to move to a small clearing while his wingman expended the last of their ammo in a desperate move. Taylor landed his Cobra under heavy fire and instructed the patrol to cling to the rocket pods and skids with 4 men hanging on for their lives. He flew them to safety for his extraordinary bravery. Taylor was awarded the Silver Star, later upgraded to the Medal of Honor. This daring rescue remains one of the most legendary missions in the history of the Cobra Captain Hugh Mills's crash. 1972, on January 29, 1972, a hunter-killer team led by Captain Hugh Mills was conducting a reconnaissance mission when they were diverted to assist a downed F-4 Phantom crew as the Loaches searched for the crash site. Mills' Cobra was hit by a malfunctioning rocket that tore off part of the tail rotor. The Cobra spiraled out of control and crashed into the dense jungle despite severe injuries. Mills regained consciousness and established radio contact with the Loach overhead. His co-pilot John Bryant was critically injured with a broken neck and back under heavy enemy fire. A rescue Huey arrived, but the dense jungle made landing impossible. The crew eventually secured hopes to lower medics and evacuate the injured pilots. With the enemy closing in, the team managed to extract both Mills and Bryant just in time. Both pilots survived and recovered from their injuries, a testament to their resilience and the bravery of their rescuers. Conclusion: the AH-1 Cobra was a revolutionary machine, forever changing the nature of close air support in combat. Its design, firepower, and adaptability made it a critical asset in the Vietnam War, and beyond the stories of the pilots who flew these helicopters often under harrowing conditions highlight their incredible courage and dedication. Today, the Cobra remains an iconic symbol of military innovation,